0301, which is just upstream of the GPS test section, and this is the first of the sharp sections that we have. This is the thin overlay, which in order to incorporate all of the supplementary sites, we had to do this upstream from the GPS, or we felt it was best to do so. Looking on downstream there, I'll go ahead and walk through with the video now. We're just going to take a core at this test section, so they don't need to wait for me to do the drilling. I haven't done the distress survey yet. We've got a little bit of a lane shoulder drop off, and then there's some fairly high severity of that right up over there. Got this utility cut through here, and the wind's just whistling down through there, and right now it feels pretty good. It's not too hot out here, but it's quite humid. Looks like we've got relatively low amount of rutting. See some edge cracking up here. Then you see some very bad lane shoulder drop off. That's got to be up at least 6 inches right there. See where some trucks have come off and gouged this out here. Coming up to station 2. I haven't seen anything of note within the test section yet until now, but a transverse crack where there may also be some pumping just up there on the other side of the carpenter rule that I laid down. See, the crack is fairly tightly held together, but the change in color, it could be just eroded off surface aggregate, or it may be pumping. I tend to think it's the surface aggregate because that crack is so tightly closed. I'm going to call this one a low severity crack, and it goes a little bit over halfway across the lane. Therefore, it does count as a transverse crack. It meets the minimum 6-foot criteria. Section here, as you notice, probably going along. We're using most of this project length here as some form of test section or the other. Really worked out pretty well. Tomorrow's even better though. Okay, we have a longitudinal crack here in the outside wheel path. It's about 10 feet long. Step back and show the relative severity of it. It's tightly held together, less than a 1/4 inch width. Therefore, it's going to be of low severity. The only distresses or defects I've seen that are anything but low severity throughout here have been the occasional edge cracking or lane shoulder drop off, and often those occur together. Follow this crack along, you can see it going on down, and then it stops again. Continuing on down the test section. Coming up on station 4. Looks like the rutting is picking up a little bit in here. We'll ask Ron what he's measuring. He's following me, as you may have seen. And this is the section with the thin overlay. And on up ahead, you may be able to see the sharp sign for the GPS test section. I'll focus in on it when I get to station 5 up here. I don't see any other cracking throughout here. Okay, we're up at the end of it. And there's the sign introducing GPS test section 112.9054, which is up ahead and will serve as a control. I'm going to forgo videoing that section because I don't have that much power in the battery, and I want to make sure that I get pictures of the other ones. This will end the video for test section 120301, which is the sharp thin overlay section. Again, we're still on State Route 200, which is also called A1A. west of Fernandina Beach, Florida, and about 2 miles or so east of Interstate 95, which you can see up ahead.